Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Kansas City Royals. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And our pitcher tonight, Sandy Alcantara.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know,
this one swung on and hit well, way back there. Banks off the wall, headed for the plate. Safe, and it's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. Man at second. And that one popped in the air, left field. Puts it away for the out. One down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ball.
Runner breaks for third. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Here's the catcher, Blake Sable. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Witt over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Noble Meyer.
Perhaps one of his best outings of the year last time out. Worked deep into the ball game, only gave up 3 hits. Today, he's going to try to do the exact same thing.
Bottom of the first, and now Jacob Young.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
And next up for the Royals, Otto Lopez. Hard hit, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Two down, bases empty. Stepping in, Bobby Witt Jr. That one lifted to left. Ward sizing it up. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. The 4th game of the World Series. And now for the Marlins, Taylor Ward. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. And very nicely done for the out. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. One out, bases empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
Ouch, that one drilled him. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the second out of the inning.
Oh, that was pretty right there. Beautiful play with the bare hand.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
2 outs, base is empty. Dylan Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. In plenty of time to first. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here's the veteran DH, Wilson Contreras. The pitch. And that is out of play. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So up next, Vinny Pasquantino. And he walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game. Matt Vierling steps in for the Royals. Tapper back to the mound. Now 2 out. Next to hit, Freddie Fermin. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 4 of the World Series. This one popped up right side. And that will end the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 2 full. It's the Marlins 1 and the Royals nothing. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Max Schumann. And a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Missed with a changeup. It's 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Ripped on the ground to second. Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down. So the lineup flips over. And now Johan Rojas. That's outside. 3-1 now. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Makes the turn and heads for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
This is Bryson Stott. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Witt over to first. That ends the frame. And the Marlins down quietly. But they're on top 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. And to the plate for Kansas City, Gavin Cross. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. That one 95 to finish him off.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Michael Garcia, the next to hit. 1 down, base is empty.
Ball.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Cruz hauls it in, 2 away. So the Royals batting order turns over. Jacob Young getting ready to hit. Ball to strike. The pitch. And downstairs. That one missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Out there to center. And it falls. And that extends the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Kansas City. They're down 1-0. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. That one ripped. Dearling pulls it down. One away. And now the DH, MJ Melendez. Base is empty, one away here in Game 4 of the World Series. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Blake Sable. And a rope into center field, base hit. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. It's 2-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Taylor Ward, the next up for the Marlins. The 2-1. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And the batter now, Trey Sweeney. The 1-1 is fouled off. Sable over at second. Ward over at first with one away. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Dylan Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done for the out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. This is the World Series on the show. Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
That's ball 3.
Well, these Royals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That's out to center field. Rojas has a beat on it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
2 strikes.
The Royals trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One-two to Contreras. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So up now for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So they make short work of him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Marlins 2 and the Royals nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Out towards right center field. Young racing over to make the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play. Two down, bases empty. And up next for Miami, Bryson Stott. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. And a swing and a miss, and a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they're on top 2-0. Matt Vierling digs in now.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air to left center. Rojas makes the grab, 1 down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fouled off. He was late. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Royals down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. That's long gone. A soaring shot to center. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty, 1 away. And next up for the Royals, Gavin Cross. That one misses. The count now 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Chopper right side. Wade. And he handles it himself for the out. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with the loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
2-2 now.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two down, nobody on. He caught it behind his back. Gathers and throws. What a play. Inning over. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Today we deliver a powerful message as we join our partners Stand Up to Cancer and reaffirm our commitment to the fight against cancer. Major League Baseball, its fans, players, and coaches are united in our determination to defeat this disease for our friends, our families, and our communities. For more information and how you can help, go to standuptocancer.org. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Angel Serpa.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next is the designated hitter, M.J. Melendez. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And here's the catcher, Blake Sable. Outside low, and a count 2-1. Activity in the bullpen. Josh Spores appears to be getting loose. MacArthur, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. The relay. Safe at the plate. And they take a 2-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Taylor Ward, the next up for the Marlins. The 1-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Witt over to first. Out number 2.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And at the plate for Miami, Trey Sweeney.
Right through there for a strike. 3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Popped up. Witt. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back to the top of the lineup, and stepping in is the speedy Jacob Young. Foul ball there. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's one down. Noble Meyer departs. He exits with the lead and gave them a really nice performance. New pitcher on the bump when we get back. New pitcher now, Jesus Tinoco.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. And a 1-1. Fought off foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Royals go down 1-2-3, and they still trail it here 3-1. Pitching change here, James McArthur, and he has some nasty breaking stuff. And now for the Marlins, Dylan Cruz. Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Max Schumann, the next up for the Marlins. One down, base is empty. Line drive. Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Johan Rojas. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. And a curve is down and in.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Two down, nobody on. Late here in game 4. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first with 2 away. Bryson Stott the next to hit. Pickoff throw. Rojas back in on a dive.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Young snags it, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Marlins 3 and the Royals 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. That's to third, and that's a fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And to the plate for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. The tying run at the plate. And that's downstairs and outside. And a foul ball, he stays alive. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away. Now the left fielder, Matt Vierling.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So 2 down now, and here is Freddie Fermin. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Tying run at the plate. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Contreras crosses the plate. It's an RBI single, and they trail by 1.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
So digging in, Gavin Cross. That one missing inside.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
And that is in for a strike. 2-2. Fermin off the first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Lucas Erce.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Well, one-run game. So here's Wade now. .3-1 is on the way. Fastball for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Josh Spores up and loosening in the pen. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Now here is MJ Melendez. High fly ball, right field, cross under it. Hauls it in for the out. Blake Sabol, the next up for the Marlins. One-run game, one out, one on. Comes up empty. That's strike two. And that's off the inside edge. Full count now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the air out to center. Young snags it on the run.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Taylor Ward, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's the third out. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Royals 2. Andrew Nardi gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And there's a ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That one out to right. Cruz sizes this one up, squeezes it, and there's one away. So up next, Jacob Young. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Rojas holds it in on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Ball to strike. Just missed. And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz. He's got it. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. It's the Marlins 3 and the Royals 2. Tommy Boovie gets handed the rock out of the pen. Well, One-run game. Trey Sweeney now at the plate. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Dylan Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Andrew Hoffman, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Lynch, the lefty, warming up as well. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Max Schumann, the next up for the Marlins.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Young makes the grab. And that is that. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. Hard in the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Marlins 3 and the Royals 2. George Soriano comes out trying to close it out.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he got him. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base pass. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Last chance for the Royals. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. They're down to their final strike. A 1-run lead here in Game 4 of the World Series. And it's a party on South Beach. The Marlins are once again champions of the baseball world.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.